Okay, guys, so today we are learning the new topic, new chapter. It is about algebra. So in secondary one level, algebra is something that is new, relatively new for you, because in primary, you only get the preface or the introduction, a simple introduction of algebra. But we are going deep and we are going further in the algebra topic. Now, as you know, the first term of algebra is taken from Middle East by a person who called Al-Khwarizmi. I think this is the right writing. So Arabian person who messed up the whole mathematics by giving the algebra. So what is algebra talks about? First thing first, algebra is talking about letters. That's right. Why letters? You are trying to simplify the numbers. So letters is representing, might be numbers, also expressions. Okay, it is representing numbers or it just a simple expressions for mathematical model. For example, I want to buy three, let's say 3 cups of water. Okay, as you know, we can buy it in a various price, right? So for example, you buy in shop A, you buy in shop B, you buy in shop C. They might give you the different price. So this is what I have to put on our or on my shopping list, right? I want to buy 3 cups of water or 3 cups of water in shop A. So what is the price in shop A? For example, in shop A, I have they give you $1.2 each, and let's say $0.9 each, $1.13 each. Okay, so we are not talking about a better value right now. We are talking about where I have to buy. So 3 cups of water. So I just write down this in my not waiting, sorry, shopping list, right? So your shopping list will not be a number, but will give you the letters, or will simplify by 3C. You can do that. Okay. So we try to simplify the units or the symbol or the variables to a simple letter. So this is called the basic algebra. So you try to simplify the price, simplify the number, right? So you know you are no longer using number for a while, but we are using variables. So the letters here has the term, not letters, but variables. A variant or variables. Okay, so variable. Therefore, this will be a very, very basic way to understand what is algebra. You use letter to represent different kinds of number or a specific unknown numbers. Let's say you don't know yet the price in shop A, shop B, shop C. No matter, right? Don't worry about this. We just want to buy 3 cups of water. That's our shopping list, or that's our list that needs to be found. Okay? Needs to be found. So this is the concept. The variable can be simplified into letters. Okay, no longer using cups of water, but use C. Now, let's say I have another shopping list. I want to buy, for example, 5 kilogram of rice and 3 bottles of uh, soft drink, 3 cans of soft drinks. So can you simplify this in an algebraic term? 5, you can put rice as R, okay? And if I want to buy another 3 bottles of soft drinks, so 3B, for example, you can do that. But you have to make sure that rice and soft drinks or bottles has to be different in the letters or in the variables. So the variables has to be different. You cannot say that, let's say I have 5, I want to buy 23 or 20 packs of candies and 25 cans of water. Can you just write 20C plus 20C, 25C like this? No. Why? Because candies and cans are different. Different unit, different variables. So this is so wrong. Okay, be careful about this. You cannot just see the letters. The first letter, just write down. The first letter, just write down. No, it's not the way you do. So the proper way to do is you have to find another variables. The safest way or safest letter or safest variable, you just write using X and Y. Okay. So you make the model, you name it first. So I treat candies as amount X, the price of each candy. And for example, the price of can is Y dollars, for example. Make sense for you? So you cannot just put the first letter. It's so wrong and it's totally mistake. Yeah. First thing first, different type means different variables. Can you add this up, guys? Becomes 20 plus 25, 45? No, because candies are exclusive, different from cans. X are different from Y. So you can just write 45 XY like this. Totally wrong. Okay, just let it be. Now, from this idea, we learn and we know that some variables can be just added up easily and some variables not. Let's see the photos here. So it's given, for example, practice now 1. Let's do this together. I give you one example and then you do the other. Now, for number 1, it's given that x equals -2. Practice now 1 in your page, in your book is on page 98. Yep, that's it. 98. Thanks. So 5y, what does it mean? 5 times y. Okay. I have 5 apples. Each cost $1. For example, I have 5 apples which cost each $1. How many dollars that we have? That we have to pay? 5 times 1, right? Or if $2, not 52, but 5 times 2. So you have to make sure that 5y is actually 5 times y. I put dot for times. Y dot, later you can see what I mean. Minus 4 times x. If you look at this, it's so confusing, right? So the times has to be put dot in order to make it safe. To make you not complicated and to make you more easily to differentiate between x and multiply. Because if you do this, instead, very hard for you. But if you insist to keep times by that, times by the cross part, because it's very, very common in our primary, you can just put x as a cursive letter. Totally different, right? So in order to make it more easy, you put dot in the multiplication. Not decimal, right? Dot in the middle. And then x is -2, y is 4. So you change all the y and x by the number that is specified in the question. Okay, so 5y, the y is 4. Be careful, this is not 54, 5 times 4. 4 times x -2. Then you can evaluate the value. What is 5 times 4, guys? 20. What is -4 times -2? Positive or negative? Oops. Positive, negative times negative? Positive 8. Remember the integer rule. So we get the answer 28. That's it. Easy, right? So x is -2, y equals 4. You just substitute y as 4 and x as -2 as it is given in the question. Okay, in the clue, the clue is already clear. X negative 2, y equals 4. Now, I give you some time to do question 1b. Okay, question 1a like this, question 1b, 1 over x, wait a moment, minus y plus 3. Okay, questions? Why is it is plus? Because negative 4 times negative 2. See? Oh, minus 4 times negative 2. So minus, oh, if you want to do that, okay, good question, by the way. You can do this. What is 4 times negative 2? Negative 8, same, right? So 20 plus 8. Okay, Dwayne, focus here. No problem, Dwayne. That's all same. It will be the same. So 20 plus 8. Okay, that's a good question. I say that it's a brilliant question because you can see that this is not negative, this is minus. Yes, I agree. But I can treat this the minus 4 times minus 2 is also acceptable. Okay, make it fast. Okay, thanks for the question. Everyone clear enough? Now question B, I will give you some time to solve and try to use x as negative 2 stays and y equals 4. So for question B, focus, you are doing 1 over x. We have the x as negative 2, just write it down like this. In the first way, no problem. Minus 4, right? Just focus on the letter. We just substitute the letter by the number that is given, plus 3. Now, the common misconception, you do this. No, you can't do that. Why? Because you have to do it first thing first. First come, first serve. Minus and plus are actually same level. So first come, first serve. But we have the problem here. The problem is the negative in the denominator. You need to put it, you change the position. Negative 1 out of 2, right? Subtract 4, make it into a fraction to make it simple, right? And plus 3 over 1 because we are dealing with fraction. So everything has to be put into fraction. Then what next? Equate the denominator. You multiply by 2 for the denominator 1 to be able to add or subtract by this 2. Next, we already have all denominator by 2. Just write down long working like this over 2. You put on top negative 1 minus 8, right? Plus 6. Now you cannot do minus 8 plus 6 minus 14. No, it's very prohibited. It's so prohibited. Minus 1, or sorry, negative 1, subtract by 8. You get negative 9, right? Because it's negative 1. Go left by further 8, you got negative 9. And negative 9 plus 6. What is negative 9? Add by 6. Negative 3 over 2. I skipped this part, guys. If you want to do this, no problem. The blue color on the right side is optional. Okay? You can just do directly from left to right. First come, first serve. Or if you want to change into a mixed fraction, negative 1, 1 out of 2. Okay? I think that's all good. Now we do the harder question, number 2. This is the first example that you need to know. I hope you understand. Now we go for number 2. Wait, what's wrong? Okay, focus, yeah. Number 2, because we are dealing with more, what do you call, more complicated expressions. P squared plus 3q squared while p equals negative half and q equals negative 2. So now we are dealing with the fractions, negatives, and square with power. So 3 steps needs to be focused one by one. Okay, guys, what is P? What is P? Negative half, right? So you put negative half square. So this is first way. Plus 3 times Q, negative 2 square. You put the bracket. The bracket is so important. Listen, if you just write like this, guys, so wrong. Okay, you square all the P. What is P? Negative half. So what is you have to square? What number you have to square? Negative half. So put in the bracket. The bracket is extremely important unless it's wrong. Plus 3Q. 3. So you square all the negative 2, I mean. So here, right? Negative 2 square. Does it make sense for you? Be careful. The bracket are important. All the brackets are so important because you square whole P, you square whole Q, which is negative half and negative 2. What is negative half square? Hello? What is negative half square? Negative 1 over 2 times negative 1 over 2, right? I do it very simple way. Plus 3 times, times put dot, be consistent. Yeah, negative 2 times negative 2, right? So 1 over 4, because negative times negative, 1 out of 4, plus, be careful about the order, 3 times negative 2, negative 6. Negative, sorry, negative 6 times negative 2, 12, right? Or you can just do this, negative 2 times negative 2, 4. 3 times 4, 12. Okay, over 4, make it over 4. So it is 12 actually, over 4, sorry, over 1. And then you convert into same denominator, 49, right? 41 plus 48 over 4. You can do directly 49 over 4. All good? Because 12 times 4 is 48. Yeah, that's a good start. Hey, that's a good idea. Yeah, that's more efficient. So 14 over 4. But Lovian said that you can do this instead. 1 over 4 plus 12. Okay, then just 12 1 over 4. Because this is a whole number, this is a fraction, and it's separated, so you can just do this as well. Another way. I give you another way. This is the first way. The other way is like this. Same, p squared plus 3q squared. Now, I don't put the number yet, but I try to simplify the expressions. So this is type B. What is p squared? P times p. What is q squared? 3 times q times q. All good? So this is the other way you can do this as well. Then after you do this, you go to the number. P is negative half times negative half. Q is negative 2 times negative 2. Which one is better for you? Just pick. We don't use any bracket. In this case, no bracket are required or optional. So we have 1 over 4 because negative times negative plus 3 times 4, 12. So I think this is faster, right? Why? You don't have to think of the bracket because you separate the letter already. Okay, next. Oh, you can take notes for a while. And now we are going to learn or to continue the topic of adding and subtracting the variables. In this case, what you need to do is try to add up. So to add or subtract the variables, you need to make sure that all the terms are equal. We can say it is alike terms, the same terms. In this case, all terms are same, right? You see question A, x with x, everything x with x. And then for question E, y with y. Question G and H, z with z. Okay, so let's do one by one. For question A, 3x plus negative 7. So what is plus negative? Change the sign, right? plus minus becomes minus 7x. Now, you can imagine that x is a variable. For example, 3 apples minus 7 apples. What is it? What is 3 apples? Negative 4 apples, right? Negative 4x. Since apple cannot be subtracted until negative, but x can. So this is the regular variable. As simple as this, remember. If it has the same term, which share the same x like this, what you need to do is try to just focus on the number. 3 minus 7, negative 4, x. Don't forget to put the variables. Now for question B, it also applies the same thing. 19x plus minus 33, minus 33x. So it's still x, same x, right? I have to be consistent using x as a cursive letter. 19 minus 33, what's the answer? It has to be negative something, right? Negative 14x. So it requires you the thinking or the understanding of integer adding, subtracting negative number. Now see, negative 6x easy plus 2x. What is negative 6 plus 2? Negative 4. Okay, x. Don't forget to put x. Now question D. All negative, guys. Negative 35x plus 12x. So this is not nx. There you go. Plus 12x. What is negative 35 plus 12? Still negative. The negative is decreasing, so 23. Yeah, that's right. So put equal, put equal. There you go. Then I ask you to do question E, F, G, and H by using the same idea. Not necessarily negative at the end of the answer. It might be positive. I will give you one positive answer. Question G. Negative 8z minus minus plus 3z, right? Oh no, it's still negative. My goodness. The only positive is H. That's right. Thanks. Okay, so this is negative 5, right? Z. Okay, for H, I'll give you one. So you do 2. Negative 17z minus minus becomes positive 35z. So we get the positive answer right now. So if it is positive, you don't have to put the sign positive. It's 18, right? Because negative 17, you add by 35. You are not allowed to use calculator in this topic. So you can keep your calculator at your locker, in your locker or at home. Because it's not necessarily, you are not necessarily, but you are not allowed to use calculator at all times. Okay. I will give you some time to do this. So I did question, Richelle did question E and F at the same idea. That's actually the same logic. Negative 9 minus 11, further negative. Negative 39 minus 12, further negative. Okay, that's it for practice now 2. Easy peasy. It has to be like terms because for practice now 3, the question will give you the different variables that needs to be separated for a while. So let's start. Here. Let's go for practice now 3. Pay attention. There you go. Oh, different. All terms, not all terms are equal. Some terms are equal and some are different. Let's see. Okay, guys, focus on question A. Everyone, focus. Okay, guys. Number 4. Hey, practice now 3. A. I write the letter first. I write the question because I think this is more easily to be seen. Okay, here. First thing first, what you need to do is, any idea? What to do if you see that kind of question? Change the double sign. Okay, that's the first thing first. It's okay to be long. No problem if it is long working. Why? To simplify each of the expressions, right? Minus minus becomes plus. And then, which share the same variables? Negative 4x and look, negative 2y. Okay, so the sign has to be at the front, at the left side of the variables. Okay, that green highlight you may do directly. What is negative 4x minus 2x, guys? Negative 4x minus 2x. Negative 6x. There you go. Now, the rest, y and y. Negative 7y. Don't just look at 7y, but look at the sign also, the left sign. Negative 7y plus 3y. What's the answer? Negative 7y plus 3y. Negative 7 plus 3. Negative 4y. And can you do further? Negative 6 minus 4? No. Why? Because it's unlike terms, different terms. So this is your final answer. Okay? That's all. No need to change anything. B. I do B. No. I do C. I rewrite one more time. So on question A, we have two terms, right? Which is X and Y that has to be separated. Notes, just take notes about this. We have two terms which are X and Y that cannot be added up. Later we can do the multiplication on our next meeting, not now. So I write one more time of the question. I try to do super slow. Okay. But before we continue, do any questions so far? Okay, no, yeah. Now pay attention. First thing first, what you do, change the double sign first. Longer, but more relaxing. 2z, right? Double sign plus 7. No need to no double sign. Oh, we have double sign here. Plus 5z minus x minus 4. Okay, now, which share the like terms? 9x with what other? Negative x, right? So listen carefully. 9 apples, subtract 1 apple. If you don't have any number here, it's 1, right? An apple, not 1 apple. You can say an apple, a car, a table. A table means 1 table. So 9x subtract x. What is it? Hello? 9x minus x. 8x, right? 9 apples subtract an apples. So 8 apples or 8x. Let's see the other. Negative 2z, be careful. You see not 2z, but negative 2z. What else? Negative 2z and plus 5z. Look at the left side also. Okay, don't answer it yet, Lovian, because I know you can do it. The other. Aiden, what is negative 2z plus 5z? Negative 2 plus 5. Negative 2 plus 5. Again, one more time, yeah. Negative 2, no problem. Hey, Jeff, don't. Negative 2, 3. Is it positive or negative? Positive. So you can just write 3z, but actually it has to be put the positive sign because we are not finished yet on our expression. So you must put the positive. Okay. Now, any other number? Oh, we have another number here. 7, positive 7 minus 4. What is it? 3. Is it positive or negative? Positive, write down. You need or you have to write down. Usually you don't have to write down the positive, right? Because negative 7 plus 3 is, sorry, negative 7 plus 10 is 3. But in this algebraic form, the plus and negative has to be put inside. So you cannot ignore the positive sign. That's it. How many terms that we have? 3. What terms are there? First, x, right? and then Z, and one more is no X, Y, Z, no letter, which means a constant. So the 3 is a constant because they have no letter in it. So this is called a constant term. So this is X term, Z term. With no letter, we can say it is as a constant term. New for you, right? Constant, letter, letter. Letter 1, letter 2, constant. So 3 terms. Okay, in this case, we have 2 terms only, which are X and Y. First term, second term, or up to you, depend. Now, you have some time to do practice now 3, question B and D. So for question B and D, I think I don't have to write or I don't have to color all the terms. You need to break down it more mental math. Negative 8y minus 3x, right? Plus 2y minus 4x. Okay, now what are the like terms? Negative 8y and positive 2y, right? Negative 8 plus 2, negative 6y. That's all. Now, the rest, negative 3x minus 4x, negative 7x. That's all. But, guys, listen carefully. Usually, the question asks you to write it in an alphabetical order. Listen, usually you need to put in alphabetical order. This is right, but you have to rearrange the position. Negative 7x and y, who first in letter? X first. So negative 7x minus 6y. Just change the order. Okay? Now, question D. A bit harder because we are dealing with 3 variables. 6a minus minus becomes plus. 8 minus 3b, no change, plus a, right? No change. And then minus 7b plus 5. Okay? Now we see that this has 3 terms. So one by one. 6a plus 8, 7a. 8 plus 5, 13. Okay, now negative 3b minus 7b. What is negative 3b minus 7b? Hello? Negative 10b. And usually, another way, guys, so for question B, you need to reorder. Hello, hello, hello. Reorder. And question B also you have to reorder, but put the number that has a free variable, which is called a constant term at the end. So you put the constant at the end. So 7a already at the front, plus 10b, because it's already A and B, alphabetical order, and the 13 put on the right side. So you put in alphabetical, and also the constant at the end. Usually, yeah, usually like this. Constant at the end. We order alphabetically. Okay, in alphabetical order. Also, the the constant at the end. Okay, that's it for this topic. Then we're gonna go for exercise practice now for A. Okay. So exercise 4A, you do this number. Wait, I take a picture already. Here. So your homework for A number. One all. So this is about the letter, the sentences, and then 3AB, 5CD, 8B, 8AB. Next page after practice now 3. Practice now 3. That's it. So this is your homework, guys. One all, just express it in terms of X and Y or the letters itself. One all, yeah, not AB. 5CD, 8AB, 10EX. So you can do in one period. Okay, that's all for our meeting today for the logic, the topic. Now it's time for you to do the homework.